The number one biggest mistake that men make on first dates. All right, guys, I'm gonna break this down for you. Okay, I'm actually going to counter what I just heard from a very popular YouTuber about this, because this is something that a lot of the guys that I work with, a lot of the coaching clients that I have dealt with in the past, that they struggle with. A lot of guys get first dates and then they can't get a second date. They have trouble getting that second date. The girl's not interested in them anymore after that first date. Okay, so I was just watching a video. It just caught my eye from Casey Zander. Okay, great YouTuber. He's got a lot of great advice. I think his channel is fantastic. You know, I've talked about him before. There's some things that I think he's operating at a lower level, and you can operate at a higher level. You can watch some of my videos talking about this if you want to know. But at the lower level that he's talking about, usually he's correct on what he's saying, right? Or there's some deeper kernel of truth to it. Okay, so regardless, here's what he said. He said the number one mistake that men are making on first dates is trying to make a move or making a move. Okay, now it's kind of funny, because I would say the number one mistake that most men are making on first dates is not making a move. All right. Now, he said that you've been told that you need to make a move, and that's what you've been told since you're a kid. I don't believe that. I think majority of guys, 90% of guys, are not making a move, not a real move. Okay. They're not going in for it. They're not going for the kiss. They're not getting handsy with her. They're not trying to, get her home. They're not really putting in the effort. They're not really going for the move. They're being cautious and being careful, and that's why they're not getting second. Now, okay, is Casey wrong? No, he's not wrong. Let me tell you why, because there's multiple levels to this. Okay, if you're a guy who can't get a second date, and you're not making moves on the first date, and you're not trying to make moves, not really, and girls are tending to treat you more like you're a nice guy, that you're just, you're a friend, they're friend zoning you a lot, that type of thing, you absolutely need to start making moves on the first date. You need to be trying to make moves. You need to definitely be focusing on, I'm going to make a move. Okay, you cannot wait till the end of the night for the goodnight kiss on the cheek and all that stuff. You got to be making a move. You're sitting next to her, hopefully in the restaurant. You put your hand on her knee briefly at first. Test the waters, right? You put your hand on the small of her back when you're walking somewhere. Okay, you do the hair thing that I've showed you guys, where you go to brush the hair out of her ear, right, to bring it back behind her ear, and you're leaning in to do that, and then you go for the kiss, right? Whatever you do it smooth. You make the move. You have to make the move. Okay, now, what Casey Zander is saying is absolutely right if you already are a guy that has skills with women. Okay, if you're not coming across as a nice guy, if you're a guy that maybe is coming across more of a player, she might even be afraid you're a player. Okay, if you're a guy that is confident, that isn't nervous around the girl, if you know that you have plenty of girls, that you can get laid anytime, if you've got that kind of mojo working for you, then what Casey says is absolutely right. Because, man, if the girl knows you have the balls to make a move, and you could kiss her, you could go and make the move, but then you don't, she's gonna want it. That's gonna be better than trying to make the move. Okay. However, the thing is that most guys are not at that level. So Casey's advice in that case is not gonna work. Okay, now what he's saying is absolutely fantastic. Like I said, if you have that level of confidence, if you are a guy that could make a move, and she assesses that you are a guy that could make a move, that would make a move, and you're not doing it, she's going to wonder what's wrong with her. She's going to wonder what's going on. She's going to make a move on you. It's going to send her for a tailspin. Okay, and what he's saying is that, if you do make a move, it's showing that you have intent. That you okay, I get that, and that may be true, and she could pull back for sure if you show her the intent. But that only applies if you're a guy that she already is esteeming as having a high sexual market value, as someone that already is worthy in her eyes, that would make a move. Okay, if she doesn't see you like that, the best thing that you can do is to help her to see you like that by making a move. Okay, but you can't jump 2 levels. You can't be a guy that's being friend zoned, that comes across as a nice guy all the time and never makes a move, and then be like, okay, now I'm not going to make a move, but I could make a move. You have to start making moves first to get to the point where that's what you do, is you make moves, right? maybe even too much, that you're too aggressive, and then you dial it back to where, and here's the thing about this, okay? What does this actually look like? Well, it looks like maybe just, again, comfortably, not the weird kind of testing the waters way, but you put your hand on her knee for just a second, like you don't even like, and then you take it off. You're just kind of teasing her, right? You go in, brush her hair behind her neck or her ear, as if you're going to go in for the kiss, and you get close, but then you back off, not because you're scared, not because you're nervous, but because, hey, this is a fun game that I'm playing. You see what I'm saying? Now you're flirting. Now you're having a good time, okay? Because you're actually teasing her, which is going to result in in a response from her. So don't think that you don't need to make a move, okay? Like I said, Casey's advice for the most part is really good, all right? He's got a lot of the attraction stuff dialed in, but when we go up to the next level, that's where some of this stuff falls apart. And again, the whole idea that she could pull away, it's like if you show intent, yeah, that's true. But when you're operating at a different level, which again is that level of, hey, I'm the man, I got confidence, I don't care, like I don't care, I'll show you the intent that I want, because it doesn't matter, like I don't have nothing to lose here, right? So and that's really, again, behind the whole thing, and I bet that that Casey would agree with this, but here's the thing that's behind both of what we're saying, which is this, is that you can't be afraid, you can't have anything on the line, you can't be in a position where you could lose something. If you're in a position where you could lose something, then you lose leverage and you lose the girl, okay? So what does this mean? If you're afraid to make a move, you're in a position, you're afraid to do it because you're afraid you're gonna get in trouble, or you're gonna mess something up, or you're gonna embarrass yourself. So you're afraid to lose something, okay? If you don't make a move, or if you do make a move, like Casey was saying in that case, you could be afraid that you're going to miss the opportunity, or you're afraid that she's not going to know that you're interested, or that this is what you're supposed to do. Again, it's going to fall short, because it's not about what you do, it's about what your mind is, what your mindset is, what you're thinking about, all right? That's what is key here. And so that is why, it's not just as straightforward as what it would seem. You really got to assess this. But I would say that most guys, for sure, you need to be making it. Now, I've got a ton of content in the Bulldog Mindset membership you might not be aware of, where I go over all of this stuff. I show you exactly how to text a girl. I show you real life examples of even my own texts, and how to handle all that stuff, how to talk to her, the mindset and mind frame that you need to have if you're interested in that, plus all kinds of stuff on wealth and fitness, and again, mindset, book summaries. We got everything. Check it out. Click the link down below, and see you next time.